Hey y'all, I'm Belize.
Hi, I'm Ann.
And we are, actually, she is a graduate, a sociology graduate. I'm going to be a sociology graduate. And today's topic is the new year. Every year, you get through a new thing and you try to tell yourself, it's a new year, new me, but is it really?
We stopped saying that years ago.
That's why I stopped saying it years ago.
You have to.
We want to really hone in on not just thinking about, we have to wait for January for a resolution, but honestly changing yourself and making the changes that you want to see now. And not just waiting for some type of date and some type of week and some type of special month, So I think that's like the biggest theme in my life, at least, is that
Just starting?
Yeah, it's just starting. Because I feel like, especially with everything that we see digitally and all that, it's you have to build yourself to some type of momentum, or you have to psych yourself out of something. It's no, you can do and be the changes you want to see tomorrow. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I've really felt especially in certain things and small things, I feel like the only thing you can do is the things that are in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm completely and utterly not doing anything anymore. So I quit smoking, I quit vaping, I quit everything. And now with
you
that,
never drank anyway.
Yeah. So the biggest thing that I've realized during all that is that I had such a big, and I still do, a hand and mouth fixation with everything. If we, right? So if we're thinking as much as we do, I've realized my hands and mouth have to be thinking just as much. Oh my gosh.
So they move simultaneously?
Yes, girl. So now I've found myself coloring,
doing
doing
that's actually
Legos.
really great for and things like that, and how it's important for us to do certain things to increase us to improve ourselves, not externally only but internally. How if you use both of your hands, you know how your left side of your brain controls your right side and your right side controls your left side?
Yeah.
I didn't know that. I mean, I did know that when I was in my nursing, but then I didn't remember. Anyway, it's really good to do things that involve both of your hands for your connectivity in the middle.
Yeah.
And it's even better if you do an instrument or something like that, because your neurons in the middle of your head need better connections as you get a little bit older.
Exactly.
So you doing the coloring and doing different things is great. You're healing yourself in all kinds of ways.
The more you're at putting yourself and pouring yourself into creativity, I feel that's the biggest thing will actually bring ideas too. The more I am creative, the more I'm actually I should do that. Actually, I should be a part of that. I should go and whatever, So putting yourself out there and making sure that you're not just this one thing or this one specialized thing, but having layers to yourself. Especially with the younger people in my life and the younger people I've been seeing, they've been so caught up on this one thing or the one thing that they can do or want to do. And it's you can be as
Are they younger
much
than you?
No, they're my age.
You've learned.
I advocate to have layers for yourself. That's
Absolutely.
all I'm
Be
saying.
like Shrek. You're an onion. There's many layers to you. Absolutely.
Do everything.
Yeah, but we're molded to think that way, though. We're molded to put such significance in our schooling, in our work, and things like that, to where things fall by the wayside, and they do that on purpose until someone comes in and is oh, you need work-life balance, and all of a sudden halfway through your career you're oh, I need work-life balance. But also too, it takes you to really take a step back from yourself and kind of see how you're navigating and decide what you want to keep and when you want to get rid of. But the idea of me being I must do all these things, work-life balance wasn't something that I specifically was even knew I had until much later, to when I had less jobs and I could see more of my family, my friends, or whatever. Everything else that happens that's happening around us as this is happening, I feel it's hard sometimes to get a grip, but when someone focuses on that, it's their coping.
Everything feels fleeting right now, and everything feels like it is in survival mode, It is, and it feels it really, sadly.
It is, though.
Think about, like I said, everything not only feels fleeting, but now everyone's responses to that is adding to it.
Right.
So I feel collectively, I mean, not to sound like a Pisces right now, but collectively, I feel the energy. I
collectively
feel it. I feel it, and everyone needs to take a deep breath. Everything on your phone is not always true. Everything in your freaking algorithm's not always true. The only thing you can control is yourself. This is what I'm
glad I'm grateful you're on that side, because on my side, I'm crumbed. So the world is crumbling. Yeah. I'm going through an impending doom feeling. I don't know. The world is falling apart. People are making decisions that affect entire countries. The amount of waste that we have, the amount of emissions we have, the things that people are doing, and that we can't even openly talk about anymore.
Yeah.
However,
absolutely losing your
I got
mind.
like 3 cells left, and it's like January 7th. So I got to spread out those cells and those fucks for the rest of the year.
Especially a large percentage of people like in our age and in adulthood, they're really thinking exactly like you are. Like they're like, how am I gonna be able to fucking do this when the world's on fire? I'm predicting the trends that people are just gonna go back to like analog things. Like people are just gonna,
you're gonna have to. You can't bring your phone to places where it's under high surveillance now. So imagine later.
Yeah.
Like for this new year, new me thing, right? I feel like the new year, new me thing, I feel like I left it like years ago because the way that I imagined it is each day is a newer version of you. It's not like I'm like, oh no, my world is ending, because my world is not ending, right?
Right.
It's more so what steps do I have to take to make sure I can succeed and my family can succeed and we're safe. And that's kind of like where I'm at. It's like before we're able to make plans within our new year, new me, that it was extensive. Like you can say, in 2027, I'm gonna do this, in 2020, like, and then you started working and plotting now. Versus now I feel like having long-term goals, specifically when you're in a space that's very
fleeting.
Yeah, it's kind of like my decisions on what I'm going to do is more short term. I want to make these goals. I want to hit these things. I want to reach this benchmark or whatever.
Not the staircase.
Right.
It is those steps and not staircases. Like, yeah, you can tell yourself like, oh, I can be this in 5 years. But what does 5 years look like, bro? Like, is this all gonna be around in 5? You know, like there's so many things that could happen, can happen, and will happen.
Right.
You know, so it's like. Only thing that I could really do is think about myself and think about the thing. And that's, you know what's up is that sounds privilege in itself. You know what I'm saying?
Well, like, then that's American.
Yeah. It is. It's so individualistic. It really is, though.
There's steps, though.
Yeah.
You working on yourself is going to be for the betterment of wherever you're going and how it affects. It doesn't go up only, it goes sideways.
Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Right.
Nothing changes if nothing changes. And that's the biggest thing. I like
this is gonna be
yeah, this table is for the demonstrations. I realized how distracted everybody is. Really observed how easy it is for everything and everyone to just be like, oh, okay, well, this is it. Like, I'm just gonna go on my phone now, or I'm just gonna go and do this one thing or be about this one thing.
The world needs to change, right? And right now, the season that we're in is like where the moon and this whatever aligns is the same that like during like the Haitian Revolution.
Yeah, the Age of Aquarius.
Yes.
That's
but
what it is.
The thing that's so crazy is how Haiti right now is going through something. And I hope people are paying attention,
right.
Because not to give a history lesson, but Haiti, when it became free, freed 8 other countries. And one of the countries that it freed is currently under attack, right? Oh, and the thing is about Haiti, they've been trying to take over Haiti as recent as 2021. Oh. So it's not like, oh, this happened no. Like so many years ago, they tried to go in. Right. And so the things that's happening in Haiti right now, and it just kind of feels like the ground is shaking because something has to change. And then the ground is shaking and it's affecting all of the islands and all of the places that people have been almost like stepped on, right?
Of course.
And then but it's also reaching out to like Africa where they were originally being stepped on. So much change happening at once. The thing I'm praying for is you can just connect all of the planets together and just get like this cool beam.
Yeah,
just
right?
beam all the evil MFers just like
It's spiritual warfare right now.
Oh, yeah.
Like, are you kidding me? It's not just good versus evil, but it's literally the right versus the wrong side of history.
Right.
Like, it
Absolutely.
really is like, are you able, and that's why I really do believe like starting by and with yourself is the only way you control things. Because looking at all this stimuli, that's what it is. We have a lot of stimuli going on right now. And
agree, yeah.
the only thing that you could really like be able to reel back in is your thinking. Everyone is going to be able to persuade you of something or sell you something or tell you to agree on something. But the biggest thing that we're all lacking right now is a sense of self.
Yeah.
And is a sense of stance. Like, where do you stand in all of this? Not just, oh, this infomercial told me this, so I'm going going to feel this way. Or, oh, I saw this picture, so I'm going to feel this way. It's, how do you feel about this? Do you know the facts? Do you know what you're talking about? And do you have an actual opinion about it? People will go on their phone and just be like, did you see that shit for real? You're literally regurgitating what you saw. And you're being a part of the same distracted zeitgeist that's all playing into the same thing. I think the biggest concept of 2026 is this concept of self. It's a concept of stance.
Really?
I 1000% believe that.
I disagree on the self part.
Really?
But I agree with the stance part because
Really?
with who, and I have this, it has to be what my foundation is of who I surround myself with, and then who they interact with and things like that. This has been the theme.
I know, huh? Look at us getting a big picture.
The bigger, because
picture.
in the idea of self, in the conversations that I've had, and within myself as well, I feel very much aware of self. I feel like for myself,
self-awareness. Yes.
Yeah. So for example,
big theme.
Absolutely. For example, there's this podcast I used to be part of, right? My favorite podcast ever. It's called the Monet Movement Podcast. In one of the episodes, we discussed ignorance and how we're no longer at a place where we can be ignorant. You have to, escape that feeling because you have to be aware of what's going on. And I know, of course, that comes in different layers. People are different parts, different realms of their life, different ages. However, I do feel like people are finding themselves, even though they're going through a little bit of psychosis with the media, because eventually the media is going to turn off. Like everything now is being maintained and accessed through, major corporations, through Meta and things like that. And they're controlling how you're moving, how you're changing and whatever.
Right.
However, I still feel like people are finding a greater connection to themselves because they cannot grip onto anything else. Like you can't grip to anything else because a lot of things are fading. So you have you have to be able to be grounded in yourself, know yourself, and then know how far you're willing to go with certain things. Know how far you're willing to go to get to that next step, whatever what that next step is. And people are being more open to education because education is slipping, where you are being molded to watch your phone, right? Watch your phone. People are going to that brain situation where the first 3 hours of the day you're on TikTok or whatever, and then the rest of the day you kind of feel like, oh, I missed so many hours of the day. How do I do this? How to contribute? However, people, I feel like, at least in my life, are realizing that they have more power than they may previously have realized, and they're taking pieces of it. There's a lot of things related to power that's happening right now. The people that are over us and next to us, right, are realizing their power, and the people with the phones are realizing their power too. People are influenced easily, absolutely. You turned into this media influencer that looks nothing like how you looked before. Right? There is still you're still thinking as yourself and still moving in a certain way, making certain decisions or whatever.
Because of how you're influenced.
Yeah.
That's why I'm so gung-ho about it though. Because it's like, and if it's not me, then I hope it's someone out there that really does change, how we think about not just the things that we're consuming, but ourselves,
absolutely.
and how influenced we are about the things that we want to be consuming. I listen to people all the time talk about, oh, well, my algorithm makes me feel like shit, and I don't feel the greatest.
And they don't change the algorithm?
And they don't, it's your phone screen. You pay for it. There's no way you can't,
Uninterested.
Yeah, uninterested, bro. I am so quick to be like, I do not want to see this at all.
Yeah.
I do feel like it is a purpose that is to be led and is to be had about how we think about media and how we think about the things that we're consuming. And even if it means no thought, that's still a purpose, that's still a motive. So
no thought in what way? What do you mean?
If people are just mindlessly consuming things, that's also a motive too, I believe. I feel like us not thinking about the things that we're consuming serves that purpose.
Oh yeah,
serves
the purpose. Created for us.
Yeah, of course. I feel like the only thing you can do is equip yourself. And by equip, what I mean is adding layers to the things that you already do or the things that you already like.
Yeah.
I say it all the time, but I'm Turkish, so literally in Turkish,
I think we all know this.
We all know
entire
this.
World.
Hey guys, in Turkey we have something called komşuluk, which is the art or the culture of the neighbor. So komşu means your neighbor, the person that's standing or sitting next to you. And I feel like komşuluk is going and fading away, and I'm not just saying this because I'm an American that lives freaking America,
but also lives in America.
But also, I feel like that's anywhere. Komşuluk is really coming to a place where it's people are scared of their neighbor and scared of the people across from them or the person across from them. Like, we see the bad in everybody right now. And I think that's not only damaging us, but it's damaging how we see everything.
Yeah.
You know, it's
There's
like
a caution.
It is. There's this lovely, lovely woman. She's a crochet artist. I think her name's like Joanna or so. And she makes crochet stuffed animals. And she tries her hardest to like break herself out of social anxiety. So she gives the animals to people in the supermarkets that she sees. Yeah, like grocery stores. Mostly every single, I'm not gonna say every single, but mostly the reactions she gets are so wary. Like, people are so scared.
What do you mean?
Like, they're very like, do I have to pay anything for this? Like, I hope, like, are you recording me? Like,
capitalism.
Yeah, like, it's very like, oh, like, do I have to give you something for this? Like, why are you in front of me?
Because that's the exchange that we've now become accustomed to. Yeah. When you get something for free, it's like, what?
Are you sure this is free?
Right.
Like, as a sociologist, I've been seeing this pattern of people being like, are you sure this is free? Like, are you sure I don't have to do anything for this? To the point where, as I'm saying, it creates that wariness.
Yeah, we have caution. We've created, our culture has created so much fear most recently, more so than normal. Yeah.
Everybody on this episode is gonna be like, damn, like, is that how you really feel?
Yes.
Like, yeah, that's how I really feel. Absolutely. Actually. Like, there's so many things that I can't even actually, yeah. Not gonna even freaking front with you right now. Like, yeah, I could color so hard and I can skate so hard, but the world's still on fire behind me.
Right. And make sure you follow You Better Belize It. Because
yes, follow.
Make sure you follow You Better Belize It, because she does do things, and I think it's great to like mirror that. You're skating, you're coloring, you're going out, you're having conversations, you're going to the park. So what's your tag again?
Oh, she's like, how you spell it? Betta, like a beta fish, and then Belize, like the country, it with 3 T's, baby.
Yes, You Better Belize It. Make sure you follow her page and you follow the way that she's navigating through life, because you're navigating through life. You might as well see someone else that's navigating in one way or another, and give yourself like some peace of mind.
Yes, because the world's on fire, but let's go through it together, you know? I, honestly, with my content, I'm really trying to, and like my biggest goal, I guess my biggest like intention is to not just inspire, but also try to make implementation, you know, try to have other people not just like and look at it, but actually be like, actually, I should be doing that. Like, I want to do that tomorrow. Like, I want to do that, you know? It's true. Like, I feel like right now, especially with young women, they're so caught up in trying to be something or trying to do something and being in that one mold, right? And I want to advocate for other young women to finding their space within themselves and making that space. If it's not there, and if you're the weird art girl, then be the first weird art girl, so a bunch of other weird art girls can see you. So
it's also okay to be the 90th art girl.
Yeah, it's true.
Because
like,
don't think you can't do it just because somebody else is doing it. Like, if that makes you happy, then you should absolutely do it. And I do feel like your content does do that.
No, thank you. I appreciate that.
Of course.
Yeah, being intentional and, you know, being an inspiration to not just younger women, but also everyone, you know? Like, life is crazy right now. Things are crazy right now. And the only thing you can do is, you know, make things just a little easier and a little more fun for yourself, you know, adding whimsy. So,
whimsy!
Adding whimsy to everyday life. You know what I'm saying? I have a little sunny angel baby right on my dashboard. You know, I see him every day. And
That's
I just,
true. That little baby, the first time I saw the baby, and then she got more of them. I was like, what is this?
Adding whimsy to your everyday life. You got
dilly-dallying.
Hey!
You have to dilly-dally sometimes and take your mind away from the impending doom that surrounds us and really give yourself a break. And I do feel like your content is like a break, because you don't feel overwhelmed with information. However, some of the content does discuss certain things that are actively happening, but you get like almost like a full scope of one person. You know, sometimes you go onto pages and it's very, like, I mean, they're focused and they're intentional, which is what you want, right? Yeah. However, in this page, I do feel like it creates like a community. Like, there's so many things happening. Yeah, and I know that's what you want.
Yeah, thank you. Yeah, no, that's exactly what I want. And it's not even that. It's like, social media is more than you looking hot. And social media is more of you looking like the best of you. Let me be the one that will show you that you can do everything and you can still do whatever
you want to do.
Yeah, you guys enjoyed this episode too. We try to, you know, round it out, make it a little cute, a little fun. But yeah, so it's always cute. It's always fun. We still have no name for this show yet, but until next time, when we, you know, talk about another thing, we find something else to talk about, because this is our show and not yours.
That's crazy.
So, yeah.
But we welcome it though.
We do. Yeah, we do. So I'm Belize.
I'm Ann. Thank you for rocking with us.
And we'll see you again next time.
Bye. Bye.